Saturday morning, the 7th of August, and we have our first traffic jam on the Caldon Canal. We've got two boats on the service point, that's where we filled up with water, and apparently there's another boat coming round. But this bend, I mean, it's typical, isn't it? if you're gonna have a service point, have it on a fucking bend. God. So we can't see what's coming round, but apparently Charlotte's been down, and there is a boat coming t'other way, and no doubt there'll be one coming down here in a minute as well. Cool. I don't care, we're not in any rush. We're about an hour and a half or something from Stone, and there we come. Look at that. Berate. Where's the only place you're going to meet another boat? At a bridge. At least it's a working boat. I can't remember the name of it, but this is the junction where you can go down about another 9-10 locks, something like that, and that goes down to, I have no idea where, and then this is the bit that goes off to Leek. In fact, hang on, oops, right, there you are. This is where we're going. And it is quite shallow in places. There's a boat back there, got stuck on like a ledge. I'm not sure how long we're going to stay down in Leek. There's boats, it's on a bend, and there's a bridge. What's the betting? Oh, scary for a moment. Right, I think we're okay. Good, good. Phew, that makes a change. Oh, here's a treat. A tunnel. There's not a lot of room in here to get things wrong. So I thoroughly expect there will be some contact at some point. Caldon Canal. The canal that keeps on giving. This is interesting, look. This is all very, very new and nice. Then it changes to more of a older style. Quite nice. How lovely is this? What a treat for you and me. If you can see up there where the tunnel light's actually reflecting off the edges, but a lot of this does look quite quite ferrous, ironish red. Lovely. I have to admit, I did surprise myself there, because I thought this is quite narrow, highly likely to have some contact. It is a contact sport after all. But if I just show you, they have got rubbing strip down there, which is always always helpful. I didn't need it, thankfully. I didn't need it, but what a lovely little tunnel. It's quite, I don't know, I was going to say erotic, but probably not the right term to use, I wouldn't think. It's quite pretty anyway. Inside, we're nearly at Leek. Ooh, well, we've moored up at the end of the Caldon Canal, which isn't in Leek. Can you believe that? It's about a mile's walk to Leek. So we're in search of a bottle shop, charity shops, and somewhere to have some lunch. Didn't want to know that, did you? And it's raining. We have walked the 10 miles, or so it seemed, into Leek, and you never guess what we found. It didn't have many local beers, but it did have a lovely little little kind of beer garden out back. It's one of those that doubles as a sort of semi-tap room, but it's a little bit hilly, but otherwise Leek isn't really bad. That, for those who've been paying attention, is the brewery that has the wharf in stone. It's where it used to be. I think it's just a wall now. This is very very posh, little cobbled. Yes, there's a market and a bottle shop where I've just spent 20 quid on 4 cans, and it's starting to rain again. Anyway, the thing about Leek is it's got a nice range of independent shops. It's not like all your standard high street shit, which is quite refreshing, and some nice buildings as well. One thing you can say with absolute certainty is that Leek doesn't exactly sit on the canal. In fact, Leek is about a mile and a bit from the end of the canal. So anyway, decent enough was it. We've passed all of these boats, look. I'll be leapfrogging them backwards and forwards. Yeah, nice light Leek. Bit strange with all the Union flags, gun shops and stuff, but yeah, nice enough. Lots of little independent shops and things, which I always like to see, and we've got a few beers, as is my ilk. So now we're going to go back to the junction and more up for the night, and tomorrow we're going to go down the other arm with all the locks. I've got, hopefully it will work, on the front I've got the GoPro doing a time lapse. Oh, that's the tunnel t'other way. Except it's only on the time lapse. But look at this. So if you're moored there, what a view! Can't fault that, can you? Very, very nice. I'm liking the Caldon Canal, or as Charlotte calls it, the Caledonian Canal. One day we'll have to go to Scotland and do the Caldon. The weather notwithstanding, still a bloody beautiful canal this. Spot the little log planter there, very nice. A lot of time goes into these gardens. You can tell these are probably all pretty much retired, spending all day just pottering. Very nice. Have to admit, Staffordshire does have some very, very serious countryside. Beautiful. Wasp, please go away. No, you're not, you're a bee. You can go away as well. Bridge, bend, other boats. We've been lucky, can't see anything coming. There you go. Go away. being attacked. A wasp, a bee and 2 flies. You little things. Get off my phone. Crikey. I'm very popular today. It's a good job I'm pretty much covered up, otherwise I'd be bitten to shreds again. It's just a little pinprick. There are some parts of the Caldon Canal that are quite shallow and I found a bit back there, just there where they are, look, and there was absolutely nothing I could do. I just had to, because the thing is, if you put more power on, it pushes the back of the boat deeper into the water, and then you end up rubbing along the bottom even more and scooping up anything that's on the bottom. So as you can see, I've just got virtually no real control here at all. I'm just gonna have to let the boat do its thing and hopefully give it enough power to line up right for this bridge. If you have a look down there, the water's quite low. Some more of these very lush gardens, look. Beautifully mown lawn and the shrubbery. You can almost smell the money around here. Look at this. Who'd live in a house like this? Water is definitely quite down, but this feels a bit deeper. I can't feel any of the rubbing along the sides. See quite a lot of that. The notices from CRT, your boat's unlicensed and all that sort of thing. That one hasn't got one. I've seen a few so far on this canal. West Bromwich Albion. Here's a thought. Look at this little thing. I could sort of fancy a little boat like that, you know. What a fun little thing to have. Not overly practical. That might be slightly more practical. Oh, the rain's setting in again. Oh, this weather has really deteriorated, it. Boat back there, I just said, oh, at least you found some shelter. He said, yeah, we weren't sure whether or not we was going to go anywhere today. You're insane. At this time, you're going to go anywhere. What time is it? 10 to 5, don't go anywhere. Now, look over here. This is lovely. This little row of cottages, and look at the effort that has been put into making this nice. As I came down here earlier, there was a chap out strimming here. What a lovely little piece of old England, eh? That's, for me, I better slow down. that for me is kind of like a little bit of old England, really. Non-pretentious but dignified, and yeah, a little bit of pride gone into it. I have just parked, mustn't grumble there for a bit while I just get a little bit of film of this beautiful aqueduct that we're on, and the steps, all these steps going down here to the river down there. Look, how beautiful is that? I hope nobody comes, but that is that really is beautiful. Better get back on the boat and go now. I just couldn't resist that. I'm plonking it here for a second. There's oh, this weather. There's a bit of a manoeuvre to do here, I think. Is it here? Might not be here. Yes, it is here. I think I've got to spin round over there. So as soon as I'm through here, I'm going to have to give it some right power. Do it. Are we gonna do it, boys and girls? Of course we're gonna do it. This is one of the most manoeuvrable narrowboats it has ever been my absolute joy and pleasure to skipper. I love this girl. She will actually spin in her own distance. You can turn her in her own distance. Oh, and I better slow down a little bit. Now, just coming up here is a very, very sorry sight. And I think there's, oh dear, excuse me. There's a few boats here which will not survive, I don't think, in the longer term. But I don't know, it looks like a rough little place. Foam better be bloody waterproof. Oh, I've got the GoPro on the front there, can you see? Now it's supposed to be completely waterproof. Oh, I hope it is, because otherwise I'm gonna have to hand it back to Bev with lots of humble pie. Crikey, she would not be happy. she has just bought some gimbal or something for it that makes it look like it's a drone or something. Anyway, yeah, so these aren't the bad boats. In fact, these are in pretty good condition. But just as we that one up there is not right good, is it? Just as we come round here after these nice boats, this is a BCN, Birmingham Canal network thingy, and I think I might be wrong, but what differentiates is this little box thing on the front here, which I think is kind of quite sweet, really, isn't it? I'm gonna get frostbite in my hand. That's a lovely boat. So once we get past these lovely boats, we find some quite unlovely boats. I should really have just let the time lapse do all this. I might end up editing quite a bit of this, but isn't that a lovely boat? And then we have a lovely working boat. Another lovely. Could I just keep that as a word? Another lovely. I haven't been drinking, honest. Look at that. Now it looks like there's some portholes under there, so it looks like there's large living accommodation, as it were, but the rear cabin doesn't look like it's connected to the rest of this, so it looks like it's still got all the characteristics of a working boat. So it's got the boatman's cabin at the back, which I suspect, looking at it, is probably quite traditional. It's got a thing here for the engine, it's got the little thing for the little stove that will be in the back there by where you stand. It's lovely, nice. Now we're starting to get into the slightly more iffy boats. It's not a nice thing to say, but as you'll see in a second, there are some really gross boats down here. Here we go. I know it's not fair of me to make those value judgments because you don't know the circumstances of the owner, if indeed there is an owner, but just here, you see, I don't know, it's a shame. I hate seeing boats in that condition, it is a shame, but it gets worse. It does get worse. I mean, that's not much better, but here, just there's this this is tragic. This really is. This is really sad. Look at that poor thing. I hate to see that. Yeah. Anyway, that's been quite a long little clip. Sorry about that. I'll pack it in now while I smack into this bridge and try and dry out a little bit. And I'll be back, hopefully, if this rain leaves off a bit. We've got thunder. Haven't seen any lightning, but I haven't been looking for it either. I think we moored up probably just in time. It is pretty foul out there, so I'm going to call that the end of the day for Saturday, the 7th of August. Yuck. If you like this rubbish, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. The thing is, it's trying to brighten up over there. I think it's definitely trying to brighten up over there, but not here. Yeah, please feel free to subscribe, click the thumbs up, click the bell or something or other. However all that works, I don't know. I should know, but you know. See you tomorrow. Oh, it's still raining, but we've got some sunshine, and look, we've got a rainbow. Oh, it's warm with the sun on my back, but it's still raining. Bleeding hell. Anyway, what a lovely rainbow over wherever we are.